As most of you know, the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl back in February, but it is now July of 2018, and as the 2018-19 season slowly approaches, the question must be asked: can they do it again? In this video, I will be discussing 3 different topics: free agency, the draft, and players returning from injury. And then I will make my decision on whether their season will end the way it did last year, or some way quite different. But anyways, let's get right into it. The Eagles did acquire some great names over this past offseason, such as Michael Bennett, Daryl Worley, Corey Nelson, and Haloti Ngata. But there have been several losses for the Eagles, with Torrey Smith, Patrick Robinson, Bo Allen, Trey Burton, and LeGarrette Blount all joining new teams. And not to mention the losses of veterans Donnie Jones and Ben Selleck. But an overall quiet offseason for the Eagles. Now for the draft. The Eagles' first pick in the draft was at 49, and with that, they took tight end Dallas Goedert from South Dakota State. In Goedert's 4 years at South Dakota State, he had 198 receptions and 21 touchdowns, a solid pickup. The Eagles' next pick was at 129, where they took Avonte Maddox, a cornerback from Pittsburgh. In Maddox's time at Pittsburgh, he had 183 tackles and 8 interceptions, a good 4th-round pick. With their next 3 picks, they took a defensive end, Josh Sweat from Florida State, Matt Pryor, a tackle from TCU, and Jordan Mailata, an Australian rugby player. Although only 2 or 3 of these players will make the actual roster, and all in all, not bad draft for the Eagles. As for players returning from injury, the Eagles have 4 key players coming back. These players are Jason Peters, Jordan Hicks, Darren Sproles, and of course Carson Wentz. Although it is uncertain that Wentz will be ready for Week 1, he has shown flashes of a speedy recovery. But as we look at all the evidence, I think it is clear that the Eagles do have what it takes to repeat as Super Bowl champions. With Carson Wentz, Jay Ajayi, Zach Ertz, and one of the best defenses in the league, it is hard to see why they can't.